Hello, YouTube. This is Dr. Maples, and here today I'm going to speak a little bit about dreams and the capacity they have to really push our lives into directions that we want to have. Really, dreams, they stand as a catalyst to the beginning of any undertaking that we decide to partake in. It starts with a dream, but then a lot of what occurs afterwards is the planning, implementation, and the successful execution of the steps that are needed to attain a dream. And anytime I see people that may be feeling despair or a sense of general disconnect within their lives, a lot of times it's because they may have had a dream, but they haven't been able to successfully navigate the other areas that are needed to make that dream into a reality. And so, part of any form of self help, or even if professional help's needed, which I conduct on a daily basis, what ends up happening is you got to really identify the steps that are getting into the way of what is stopping you from the attainment of your dreams. Dreams could be material, dreams could be ethereal in a way. They all dreams are non-existent until we make them become a reality. And in analytical psychology, that really is the basis from which we move from the dream world into making an implemented material reality around us. If the dream is, let's say, to have a nice home, what steps do you need to take in order to receive that dream, to realize that dream? And there's many self-help books out there. Anthony Robbins promotes um, a lot of self-help speech as it relates to making dreams become a reality. And that's the basis of self-help in general, is to help one's dreams come true by first dreaming the dream forward and then putting the hard work into the capacity to realize one's dreams. And that's a missing component in a lot of different areas. Is what does it take to make a dream come true? Well, what dreams are you beginning to ask for? And so, if it's a material dream, you begin to write it down and you begin to state that this is what it is I want, and this is how I'm going to commit to achieving it. Now, the aspect of achieving that dream is going to be the aspects that are behind achieving that dream are going to have to be implemented in a step by step fashion. So you begin to break that dream down. Let's take the example of a house. If you're wanting to attain a house, what are the steps that you need to do to attain a house? Well, one of the steps would be that I often hear is we need money to begin to realize this dream. Well, that within itself is going to have multiple steps that you need to begin to take in order to put the money away. Number one, it may be finding employment as a means to move forward, to save money, to put for the down payment, and then to begin the process of realizing your dream. Number two, it may be, if you're looking at employment, you may need a better paying job. If you're barely able to make it on what it is that you earn on a daily basis, then at that point it becomes imperative that you begin to search for things that are moving you up the employment ladder and or your business ladder. It could be something to the nature of, I want to start a business, and maybe that will push you through to the next income levels, but there's multiple steps that you need to take in order to get that business flowing to a point where you'll be able to profit from it and move forward. Then it becomes to break down the steps even further of what banks can you approach to attain a home loan, or do you even want a home loan? And from there, you begin the process of really planning out the step by step action to begin realizing the dream and making it become a physical reality. All dreams have as their catalyst the capacity of have as their catalyst the capacity and the need for hard work. No dream becomes true just by sitting there and wishing for it. And this is where I diverge from a lot of self help individuals where they talk about giving affirmations or whatnot. Well, you could wish all day long, but if you aren't going to put the effort and energy into making it become a reality, it simply is not going to occur. And so, part of what we do from a therapeutic perspective or even a psychological perspective is we help bridge the division that exists between the dream and the place where you're at currently. There's a chasm there, there's space there, and that chasm really is the planned implementation of the work that you're going to perform in order to move from point A to point B or point Z, even. And so when we look at dreams, dreams are the cornerstone of all psychological growth. And so, whether it comes from a personal dream or whether it comes from a nighttime dream, it really is one of these aspects of listening to who we are and get forming a dialogue with oneself. What is it that you want? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to have a house on the beach? Do you want to have a home even? Do you want to do you want to realize any and all of your dreams? Well, in order to realize any and all of your dreams, these are a few steps that you could begin to take in order to make those become a reality. You list the dream, you plan it out, you move towards it with a plan of action, and you begin to check off each and every individual step that you need to attain in order to make that become a reality. What happens with many of us is we may get stuck at step one and we don't want to list it out because it's too fearful. If we dream it, then we get it. What's next? Well, what is next? I don't know. Do you? What stops you from dreaming the next point forward? And this is an important part because dreams they aren't stagnant. They are allowed to grow throughout one's lifetime. And it's not a negative facet to actually realize your dreams. In fact, it's a motivational factor that allows for extreme self-growth to occur. And so the other part where people may get caught up in is, are they able to plan? I don't know. Are you? Are you able to plan? I have difficulties planning even in the day-to-day hustle and bustle of running businesses. It could become a tedious task to sit down and write a list as to what my plans are from time period one, two, three, four, five. Especially as it relates to dream, because there's nothing material that's there to touch upon at this point. And so we tend to procrastinate as people, and even though even the most driven people will at times be faced with self-doubt. What if I put in all this work and it doesn't come true? Well, if you don't put in the work and it doesn't come true, your prophecy is really self-fulfilled. But if you put in the work and you it doesn't come true, then you've actually built a process of work ethic that's helping you to realize what the dream is, or maybe an ancillary part of the dream. Secondarily, if you put in the work and it comes true, then what? Success. And that's what we really strive for within a therapeutic context. It's really to look at those small goals that lead to individual success. So, what are your dreams? What do you dream of when you go to sleep at night? What do you dream of when you are in your cubicle or in your workplace and thinking about being somewhere else? These are hidden messages to your inner workings, and they deserve to be listened to. And I encourage any of you to write about what your dreams are, and maybe we could hash it out on a live event in the future. Or if you simply want to ask me questions regarding psychological theory or analytical theory, I'd be more than happy to answer. Until next time, I encourage you to advance confidently in the direction of your dreams, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.